Hey, what's up? This is Craig. So let's check out from WatchMojo.com the top 10 gruesome TV deaths. So let's check this out. Here we go. I've probably seen none of these.
Oh my God.
Honestly.
They killed Chef. You bastards! You bastards!
Seeing your favorite character die on TV can be tough, especially when
show
that
that on
character
TV?
is brutally beaten, maimed, or eaten alive. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 gruesome
Walking
TV
Dead.
deaths.
Please.
Never watched
For
this
this
show.
list, it'll be all about how the character met his or her maker, and how mentally scarring it was for the viewer. However, we will be excluding police procedurals like Criminal Minds from our list. And of course, be wary of major spoilers and mature content. Number 10, Nicholas Brody, Homeland.
Tonight, whatever happens, I don't want you to be there.
He died.
W who was turned by Al-Qaeda. Nick Brody was a conflicted man from the beginning of this thrilling series.
Then, out of the city, heading east.
East?
To a safe house in Gormzar.
After that?
Then, after that, it's up to Saul. Get down.
A last-ditch attempt to reclaim his hero status in America by assassinating the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard goes bad, and ultimately gets this former Marine sentenced to death for treason by the Iranians. Without time to appeal, Brody is hung from a crane in a town square, his strangulation slow and gradual, without the mercy of a quick end.
I didn't know he died at the end.
Onlookers cheer as he
Was that
slowly
the end?
loses air, while the woman who loves him watches on, devastated. The hanging of this main character was depicted so realistically, it's almost unbearable to watch until the end.
Brody! 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 Brody!
Wow.
Number 9, Dr. Robert Rocket Romano, ER.
Are you coming?
Getting your arm severed by a helicopter is enough to make anyone a little skittish. Even an arrogant, racist jerk like Rocket Romano.
Here, take it!
But apparently not scared enough to stay away from them entirely. And that cost the good doctor his life. When Dr. Romano comes face to face with the same type of menacing aircraft that took his arm a number of years earlier, he makes an effort to put as much distance between it and him as humanly possible.
Look, I don't blame you for being scared. The last thing you need is to lose another limb up there.
Unfortunately, the Grim Reaper was gunning for him that day, as the helicopter was taken by a gust of wind and fell to the roof of the hospital, landing directly on the doctor and killing him instantly.
What? Wow.
Number 8, Special Agent Beverly Katz, Hannibal.
What brings you to the Baltimore
I never
State
watched this
Hospital
either.
for the criminally insane?
When the show's based on one of the most iconic serial killers ever conceived, you expect to see some of the most obscene murders on television, even if it is on NBC. Beverly Katz is a crime scene investigator on the case of the Chesapeake Ripper, and she soon begins to close in on Dr. Hannibal Lecter's extracurricular activities.
Gotcha.
That's when she finds herself in his basement, staring into the eyes of a cannibal. By the next episode, we learn that Beverly did not escape the encounter. Dr. Lecter did away with her by freezing her body, slicing it into precise sections, and encasing them in glass for all to see.
Whoa. Are you serious?
Psychopath or not, Hannibal's got style.
That is crazy.
Cuts like stone.
Number 7, Maggie Esmeralda, American Horror Story.
I can
Your
be your
show.
assistant. I want to be part of the show. All I gotta do is smile and show a little leg, right?
What do you get when you take a mentally disturbed circus performer, a comically long saw, and a young unsuspecting girl trapped in a box?
Now, me and my wife watched the first season of this. After that, we kind of fell off.
We'll let you figure this one out for yourself.
Tonight, I will be presenting it to you with my own dangerous variation.
When Maggie volunteers for the distraught magician's magic box trick, she begins to realize things aren't completely right when her legs aren't pulled completely through.
Just stop. I can't pull my feet through.
Stop talking.
Chester soon hallucinates, seeing Maggie as his deceased wife.
I went to war for you.
You should have died over there.
In a blind rage, Chester cuffs Maggie's ankles and violently saws at her torso, severing the fortune teller in two. And unveiling his work to the freaks at the end. Number 6, Sedulous Spartacus.
Tell him his eyes are not like your eyes better.
There weren't too many episodes in this series without some graphic violence.
Babe.
However, this particular fight scene between the rebels and the Germanics left all those viewing it with their jaws hanging open. Well, everyone except Sedulous, that is. Coming to the aid of a fallen comrade, Spartacus gets locked in combat with one of the biggest contenders on the field. Fortunately, while Sedulous is not so great with a sword, Spartacus is. And with one swift upward slash, he takes off not only his opponent's face, but the better half of his skull.
Oh, dang.
Number 5, Don Treeger, Sons of Anarchy.
Donnie. Hey, Don. Baby.
Never watched this. I always wanted to get into the show, but I never
Not
watched
only
it.
is this scene particularly heartbreaking, it's also extremely hard to watch due to its sheer brutality.
Stop! Oh, baby! I'm so sorry.
You gonna burn her alive?
In retaliation for the murder of his own child, mob boss Damon Pope kidnaps Tig's daughter and forces him to watch
What?
as he collects retribution.
Ah! Let me go! No! God damn it!
Disregarding Tig's pleas to take his life instead,
Please kill me, please. Please.
Pope coldly throws his lit cigar into the pit where a gasoline-covered Dawn
Oh,
is
burned her
almost
alive,
escaped
man.
and is consumed by fire.
You know my pain, Mr. Treeger.
Whoa.
Her cries of pain are only muffled by her own father's screams of regret.
Oh, man, that is too much.
Number 4, Talisa Stark, Game
Game
of
of Thrones.
We're still in shock from this bloody massacre. When Robb Stark breaks the promise he made to Walder Frey by marrying a woman other than Frey's daughter, the wronged man sharply retaliates by seeing to the slaughter of as many members of the Stark family as possible. It becomes clear that the hospitable visit they're enjoying is a sham, and before anyone can blink, main characters are dropping like flies.
The Lannisters send their regards.
People's reactions to this scene is what got me on the show.
Stabbed repeatedly in the uterus, killing her unborn baby and leaving her to slowly bleed out while the pandemonium occurs.
Stabbed in the
While Game of
stomach,
Thrones
man.
is known for the violent deaths of characters like Ned Stark, Shireen Baratheon,
Yeah, that was too much, too.
and Joffrey Baratheon, those
Who
pale in
cares?
comparison to the
I hated
Red
that
Wedding.
dude, man. Everybody hated him.
Number 3, Gustavo Gus Fring, Breaking Bad.
What kind of man talks to the DEA? No man.
This iconic TV villain went out with a bang, quite literally. When Gus prepares to end the life of the man that killed his partner years ago, he catches on to Walter White's plan to kill him a hair too late. as Hector frantically rings the bell, activating the homemade bomb implanted in his wheelchair. The room, along with Hector and Gus, are blown to smithereens. However, a seemingly fine Gus walks calmly out of the room, straightening his tie. But then he turns, revealing the absent right side of his face.
Oh!
Flashy and gruesome, yes, but not as heart-wrenching as watching Jesse's girlfriend choke on her own vomit from a drug overdose. Number 2, Noah, the Walking Dead.
I was so mad when they killed Noah, man.
Though this character's stint on the series was rather short-lived, his death scene was one that fans won't soon forget. While on one of their scavenging missions,
I hate that dude right there.
The group finds themselves inundated by walkers, as is the norm.
They started off this episode like, oh man,
Soon, Noah and Glenn find themselves trapped inside a revolving door
felt something
with
for him,
Alexandria
and then
resident Nicholas.
Hey, Nicholas! I need you both to keep the door steady, all right? I'm gonna break the glass.
Once one side becomes clear, Nicholas takes the coward's way out by squeezing his way through, abandoning the 2 survivors.
I didn't see this coming either. I didn't see this
leaving
coming.
a gap in the door big enough for a person.
Nicholas, go!
Noah is unfortunately pulled through that gap and is devoured by a whole pack of walkers, while Glenn is forced to watch on through the glass doors. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I missed the last season of that, so that was a spoiler. What? Oh. Dang.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Have they told you who I am?
Some dead man.
Number 1, Oberyn Martell, Game of Thrones.
I was so mad when they killed him, man. I loved his character,
The
man.
shocking conclusion to this epic duel left us not only in disbelief, but cringing from the extreme fatality. In King's Landing to seek revenge for the murder of his sister, the Red Viper of Dorne sees his chance when he's given the opportunity to fight on behalf of Tyrion Lannister against Gregor Clegane, known to many, for obvious reasons, as the Mountain.
Say her name! You raped her! You
Murdered her.
You killed her children!
With Oberyn's superior skill and agility, he floors his opponent and the fight seems to be won. That is, until Prince Oberyn is coaxed into getting far too close for comfort.
Say it. Say her name. Say it!
Once the Mountain gets his hands on Oberyn, he uses those hands
knocked
to
his
first
teeth
gouge
out.
out his eyes and ultimately crush his skull in one final gruesome blow.
I've killed her children. Let her race her.
Woo.
Let her smash their head in the dish.
Jeez.
Do you agree with our list?
Look, I know you're mad, okay?
What TV death was far too gruesome for you to watch?
Nearly 20% of the country remains undecided.
Does that help you decide, America?
For more awesome top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Gods have made their will known.
Off that list for me, the worst has to be the Red Wedding and that Sons of Anarchy scene when the dude had to watch his daughter get burnt alive. That was crazy. But yeah, comment below. Let me know what you think about this list, whether you agree with it. Or do you have other ones that you think should be up there that weren't included? Comment below. Let me know. This is Craig. That Craig. Comment, share, subscribe. Always stay on your grind.